Well, good afternoon. Here I am at the incredibly busy viewing room of the Ballater Gallery. Yes, I keep going on, but we are in the middle of the hugely successful small unframed paintings, but I keep saying to people, don't forget to keep an eye on our website, as some of our artists we've invited to send some big paintings, which we'll keep here at the viewing room whilst the small paintings are now in Ballater. So, Francis Boag actually is one of our newest artists, although he's been painting for a long time. There were a lot of political reasons why I couldn't get hold of Francis when I opened the gallery 6 years ago. But he's really arrived running, and his paintings have been selling very well. And I'm not surprised when you look at the glorious colours and his ability with lots and lots of layering to this, So I'm pretty sure Francis graduated from Duncan at Jordanstone in Dundee, and he's very much a local boy to Dundee. And he was in education up until, I'm pretty sure he was still ahead of art till he was about 50. And then, since then, he's been a hugely successful full-time painter. And he might not like me saying it, but he's into his 70s now. So I'm standing next to a painting, which I think we'll start off first of all with. And I don't even know where it is, but I love the painting. And it's called Winter Dusk, Forfar Castle. Forter Castle at Glen Isla. I'm going to make a point of looking there, and it's when you look at the way, with his acrylics and canvas and his little bits of use of mixed media with the newspaper cuttings and things, they're so clever and so happy and so modern. And Tom, who's filming this, lives out in the country, and he was saying to me also, he said, I'd love to have that, because again, it shows happiness in the cold. Tom, let's drop down to the next painting. This is a bit more unusual for Francis Boag, and I wouldn't say he's really known for still lifes particularly. And again, I love this, and we're jumping from cold Angus right down to San Pedro, which I have been to. San Pedro, not far from Marbella. A really happy, wonderful still life, 60 by 60, including the frame, probably about 80 by 80. The combination of a vase of flowers and fruit sitting on a small occasional table. And he's also used visual equivalents of a jazz improvisation on a simple theme. And he says, Francis told me he returns to it again and again. Do you want to look at this cacophony of colour here, Tom? I think this is fabulous. Look at it. It's called Catterline and Todhead. So this is just south of Aberdeen, near Stonehaven. It's a vivid coastal landscape, and it shimmers, in my opinion, between abstraction and Francis's memory. The clustered white houses of Catterline seem to rise above a sort of tapestry of collaged colour. Fiery reds, deep violets, golden yellows. And they're incorporating the geology of the cliffs and the pulse of the sea below. As Francis said to me when he was chatting, I scribbled down all these notes, he felt a bit of musicality and its rhythms of form. I don't know, I just think it's a beautifully balanced painting. To the far right, please, Tom. This is the fourth and final painting to arrive for the winter from the wonderful Francis Boag. And this is Uri Dusk. So, Uri Castle, if you look in the grounds of it. So the Uri estate had been owned at one point by the Barclay family of banking fame, and Francis walks around these areas all the time. He sees things on his regular walks because he lives in the area, and he's told me he could fill galleries just with what he sees around his home areas and the Uri estate. And again, it's the thickness, Tom. See if you go straight in, so I'm just making sure it's not actually wet. I love the painterly feel to this. So, I'm just being very careful I don't walk in a painting. 4 wonderful, wham bam, real Francis Boags have now arrived at the viewing room in Aberdeen. Get in touch, info@ballatergallery.co.uk. It's not all about small paintings. I've been a little bit fed up with 1 or 2 people saying, is it all about small paintings this year, David? No. These great big crackers from Francis Boag are now available.